Hey there. Today is July 9th, and I just thought I'd do another quick update with regards to what's kind of going on with me behind the scenes. If you've been following this channel for any period of time, you'll know that I spent a good chunk of January in the hospital with pneumonia and bilateral pulmonary embolisms, which are blood clots in the lungs, as well as a deep vein thrombosis, which is blood clots in the legs, and then while I was there, I caught COVID. So I had like three different things working against my lungs simultaneously. So um, that seems to be the story of my life, medically speaking. Anyway, things have been going pretty well the last couple of months, but recently my blood pressure has not been good. It's been like 150 over 120 and like 145 over 125 and like just not good at all. I've reached out to my doctor, or I reached out to him recently, and kind of explained, I've been taking my meds, I've been doing this stuff, but I've also been stressed out of my mind due to just weird stuff going on medically, and like my stuff going on at home, and like it just lots of stress. So I don't know if it's the stress causing the blood pressure issues, or if it's something else causing the stress causing the blood pressure issues, or if it's something else causing the blood pressure issues causing the stress. So I don't know. So he has given me something to help take the edge off. I apologize for the shakiness there. Anyway, so a couple of weeks ago, I went in and got some blood work done. I had a couple of my specialists request some blood work, so I went and got that done, and the numbers came back weird. So I, via messaging and that sort of thing, on the hospital's website application, messaging board service, whatever. Um, I was like, hey, what do we want to do? So both my hematologist, my blood doctor, and my kidney doctor. Sorry, the name escapes me at the moment. Anyway, they both said, well, let's wait a couple of weeks. Let's do the test again. Let's see. So I went in a few days Monday. I went in Monday to get some more blood work done for both specialists, and the numbers have been rolling in over the past few days, and the kidney numbers are looking better. So I think the kidney numbers were just a fluke. It was whatever. However, the hematology numbers, the blood numbers, with regards to, and look, we're going to start talking about blood here. So, if that makes you uncomfortable, or squeamish or whatever, I apologize. I'm just trying to let you know what's going on. Um, so basically, we know that our blood is made up of several different parts, like white blood cells and red blood cells and plasma and all kinds of stuff, right? So, um, specifically in my case, my red blood cell count is too high, my hemoglobin is too high, and my hematocrit is too high. So red blood cells are just that. They're red blood cells, right? They're part of your blood system. Well, inside your red blood cells, you have hemoglobin, and that's the protein that carries the oxygen from your lungs to the rest of your body where you need it. And the hematocrit is basically the ratio of your red blood cells and their sizes compared to the other parts of the components of your blood. All of those numbers for me are too high. I've got too much blood, um, and that's been wigging me out quite a bit, because we don't know why. Well, I think I know why, but I've got a doctor's appointment in the morning, which was its own separate thing. So this morning I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. For reasons we won't get into. Anyway, so I get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm watching a YouTube video, and I get an email from the hospital, from their automated system, saying, "Hey, you've got a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock tomorrow with hematology." And I'm like, "Well, that's new." But based on all of the other numbers that have been coming through, like, I've been kind of going off of, to the best of my ability, that no good or no news is good news, right? And now all of a sudden, with no phone call, no email, saying, "Hey, we're seeing something here. We want to talk to you about it," just an automated thing saying, "Hey, you've got a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning," um, spiraled me out. It sent me into a panic attack. because typically those kinds of appointments are only made when there's something wrong. At least that's been my experience. That may not be your experience, but it's been my experience. Um, so I immediately sent a message to my hematology team and I was like, "Hey, what's up? Like, what are we doing here? I'm panicking. I need you to get a hold of me." So that was at like 6:30 when that message came through. So I had to wait an hour and a half before I could even call to talk to someone. So I sent the message at like 6:45, saying, "Hey, I'm in panic mode here. Please get back to me." So at 8 o'clock I call. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And the person who answered in the appointment, sorry, it's just, so the appointment scheduler was like, "Yeah, Doctor So and So said they need to see you." And I was like, "Oh, that's usually not a good thing." And she's like, "Yeah," and I don't know that she meant it as a yeah, you're right, or a yeah, you're probably like, I don't know. I don't think there was any intent behind it, but anyway, 8:30 this morning, I get a message back from the hematology nurse saying, "Hey, look, basically because you've got too much red or too many red blood cells, you've got too much hemoglobin, your hematocrit is jacked. What we want to do, what we want to talk to you about tomorrow is um, doing phlebotomy treatments." Now, phlebotomy is blood draws. So basically, what they want to do is they just want to take out some of my blood. I got too much blood. So, so tomorrow we're going to go in and talk about that, and we're going to talk about some of the possible causes of what's going on. Um, so basically, we're going back to bloodletting, hopefully with syringes instead of leeches. But I'm kidding. There will be no leeches. But um, so yeah, we're going to talk about bloodletting. We're going to talk about the scheduling on that. We're going to probably talk about some of the possible causes of what's going on. After doing some research on what would cause these symptoms, basically it all kind of points back to a condition called hypoxia, which is listed in my list of conditions. Basically, between everything that happened to my lungs in 2016 and then with the bilateral pulmonary embolisms, the pneumonia, and the COVID this year, my lungs aren't good. Um, so I started going back through all of the notes that are in my chart that I have access to on the hospital's website, and my oxygen saturation levels are anywhere between 90 and 98, depending on which doctor's appointment I went and looked at. So um, last night while I was doing that research, I pulled out my one of my pulse ox devices here. In fact, I'll just do it real quick. But last night when I was doing this, my pulse ox or my oxygen saturation was 90, which is low. Today it's at 94. I apologize for that being backwards. I need to fix my camera. In fact, this is a DJI app, so I don't even know if I can, but it's at like 93, 94, which isn't great, um, but it's still not where it should be. Um, so after doing some research and talking to Rachel, we both think that it's probably hypoxia related and it can be treated, but it may just involve me having to have um, a pint of blood removed every so often. I don't know what that looks like, but basically it'll be about 16 ounces of blood removed from my system to lower the red blood cell count, which will then in turn lower the hemoglobin and the hematocrit numbers as well, and should in theory lower my blood pressure because like there's just too much blood in my system, and it's everything's having a hard time pumping. There's too much in there and it's causing too much blood pressure. So that's the current update as far as what's going on. It explains my lethargy, it explains my headaches, it explains some dizziness, it explains all kinds of things that I've been experiencing off and on for the last few months. And mostly it explains the blood pressure issues. So that's I want to say a quick update, but we're at 9 minutes and 45 seconds here, so I apologize. But that's the update as far as what's going on with me medically at the moment. I will hopefully have more information about this tomorrow. At that point, I will try to update you guys and keep you up to date as far as what's going on. what treatments look like, that sort of thing. But they're also going to probably have to put me on like iron supplements and all kinds of things to replace um, what'll be taken out during these phlebotomy treatments. So anyway, there it is. That's what's going on right now. So yeah, thanks for hanging out for a few minutes to listen to me ramble about what's going on. Yeah, I will talk to you guys here real soon. If you've got questions, obviously leave those in the comment section down below. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys here real soon. Hope you're having a great day.